Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great start to your week. It's me, John, and we're back with another edition of JohnnyVlogs. This edition is brought to you by Brianne Holderby. Thank you so much, Brianne. She is my latest donator at Patreon, and if you want to be part of the super hip Patreon cool club, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting my shows. You can check in the description box below, and if there's any links, usually below the links, I will have a little note there about you can donate to Patreon and have a click-through link there, so you can be part of the club. Now, that being said, we're going to dive into today's video, which is a little different. You're going to notice I'm using some of my brain scratch type editing. We're going to be going to my screen a little bit here or there, and that's because this is almost something that I would consider almost brain scratch worthy, but not quite. See, the problem with brain scratch is I love going over conspiracy theories, especially fringe theories, but I have to be able to do them with a straight face. And this one, I just don't think I can maintain composure for. Over the past few weeks, there has been a video on YouTube that has just exploded. People are writing about it all over the place. I originally bumped into a video from a YouTuber I like that calls himself Red Silver J. He's at Team Wake 'em Up, that's the name of his channel. And the theory is that Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey. Now, there are some problems with this theory, I think, namely the fact that we are pretty certain JonBenet Ramsey was killed. I believe that there is a body in that case. And we know that Katy Perry is alive. Outside of that, apparently the video that has really caught on about all this was posted way back in November of 2014, and for some reason recently it has just become viral, and this guy has over 1 million views. I think he's probably coming up on 1.5 million views now, and he's just kind of a mid-range YouTuber, 5,500 subs or something like that. But I took a look at it and wanted to put on my open mind thing and check out his video, which I did, and we're going to watch just a little clip of it here. But before we get started, let me just tell you who's been writing about this. We've got people like Billboard. Conspiracy theorists claim Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey, even though she's obviously not. The New York Daily News. Internet conspiracy theorists speculate that Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey. We've got all kinds of publications. Hollywood Life, Huffington Post, Extra, Esquire. We're talking some of the biggest publications on the web. Even Teen Vogue is covering this. This story is just getting exposure all over the place. And here's a picture of the man right here. We're going to learn a little bit more about him as we go through this trip. But I wanted to start with an article that I just love the title of. Reasonable Conspiracy Theory claims that Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey. And this is from Yahoo News. Now, they have the video actually embedded here, and this is where I got to see it for the first time. And after watching that video, I don't know how you consider this reasonable. The guy pretty much sets up his video. His name is Dave Johnson. Here we got a little snapshot of Dave Johnson here. And the tools he uses to identify that Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey, and not only that, but JonBenet Ramsey's parents are also Katy Perry's parents, is he lays pictures on top of each other and then lines up people's eyes, nose, and mouth. And for example, right here on the screen we've got, this is where he has JonBenet lined up with a picture of Katy Perry as an adult, which theoretically that shouldn't even match properly if she is the same person. But here you can see Katy Perry's nose is down here. The eyes, of course they're going to match when you literally lay them on the eyes of the other person. You can see the jawline, the facial structure is all considerably different, but he kind of plays with these images and messes with the transparency to make the images look a lot more convincing than they actually are, if that was even a convincing method. which I highly, highly doubt that it is. In particular, where she takes the supposed fathers and puts those together, those guys look nothing like each other. One's nose is significantly higher than the other. Their ears are seriously different. This guy, Mr. Dave Johnson, is doing absolutely no critical analysis here. Outside of, I mean, even if you're going to throw around a wacky theory like this, why not at least build it out so that it's actually something plausible, like there'd be a reason for it? What would the reason be for JonBenet Ramsey to have been supposedly fakely murdered so that that could help propel the career of Katy Perry? How does that even make sense when the people are living in different identities? How does one thing help the other? Because they got a bunch of contact information for people at the media through this fake murder thing, and then called them all up when they said, hey, we've got a girl who's a pop star now, she's going to be huge. That is not how these things work. But even what I just gave you is way more of a theory than Dave Johnson goes into in his video. His video is literally just him kind of insulting anyone that doesn't agree with his theory, and then showing these really ridiculous picture overlays. As a matter of fact, let's get a little clip here.
Okay, this is the blended face, just for a placeholder, and then I'll show you some of the creepy photos of the parents, or the mother.
Look how creepy that mother is.
The young Katy Perry character. And then, of course...
Yeah, that's another thing. He keeps calling it the Katy Perry character.
The picture celebrating cancer, that would be the bald head, the shaved head.
Yeah, really creepy photo to be celebrating cancer. What that... I don't know. But let's take a look at the real mystery, shall we? Dave Johnson here, we can see this video, and yeah, it's coming up on 2 million views now with a whole lot more dislikes than likes. But this video was published on December 18th, 2014. Now, are you guys ready for a real conspiracy theory? We're going to Dave Johnson's channel page, to the About section, and he joined YouTube November 7th, 2015. A year after that video was posted. How would that have happened? I don't know. Now, one of the theories I've heard from Team Wake 'em Up and that YouTube creator that I like, Red Silver J, is that someone in the government is actually putting out these super bum conspiracy theories and then making sure that they get publicized so that that takes away some of the authenticity or teeth in the real conspiracy theory stories. You know, Red Silver J, you might be onto something here, because somehow this guy had a YouTube channel created a year after his most popular video was uploaded to it. Really doesn't make a lot of sense. And if you're going to discredit someone, well, let's see. He has this link here to his VidMe page. Now, I don't know what a VidMe page is, but if you go into his About, he also has his Google Plus link. So let's check his Google Plus link. There we go. Nice gentleman with a picture of grass. Do you think he's a fan of grass? You know, maybe a little, I don't know. Or maybe I do. So if we see here, 25 followers, 859 views, just kind of a typical Google Plus page. I don't think a lot of people really use it. I know I have one because of my YouTube account, but I never really use it. But let's go to his Video Plus page, and there's Dave J again, and what is this? Is that also grass? Oh, you guys thought I was kidding. Well, now take a look at what happens if I take this picture of Dave J here and I blend it in with this dank nug right over here. You see it? That's right. It turns into Barack Obama. And that is where the true conspiracy lies. Dave J is actually Barack Obama posting fake videos about JonBenet Ramsey being Katy Perry. Okay, before I let you guys go, and I know your mind's probably so blown with all these conspiracy theories right now, let's take a look. This is at Snopes.com, who has quickly put together an article trying to discount this madness. Shady Perry, they're calling it. Internet conspiracy theorists claim that pop star Perry is actually the murdered 6-year-old, but their evidence doesn't hold up. They claim it is false outright. They have, of course, the linked video in here, the same video I've made you watch some of, and I'm really sorry I made you watch some of that. I know it can be traumatic to some people. What's great here is we've got some other stories this guy has done. In addition to Katy Perry as JonBenet, Johnson also claims that Donald Trump is Joe Biden. Why? What the hell sense does that make? Jimi Hendrix is Lionel Richie. Well, if you listen to the songs, I mean, you could totally hear that. I mean, Lionel Richie had such jamming guitar riffs in his stuff. And Prince Charles is Sir Richard Branson. Right, because if you're a prince and you were raised with a lifetime of wealth, you would really have to go to work and have all these entrepreneurial enterprises like Sir Richard Branson does, and do commercials for his airlines and all that. I have no idea. But you can see here in the pictures, this guy is doing the same thing. He takes, oh, we have George Takei is Michio Kaku. He's a famed scientist that I see pop up in videos a lot. And look, in every case, he's taking pictures of people and just overlaying them other pictures, and supposedly that is supposed to be a determining match. Now, outside of all that, they have this great shot of Katy when she was a child. You can see, while there might be some similarities, this is clearly Katy Perry. You can see features of hers that have carried through into her adulthood. And outside of that, we have this little nugget here.
Say hi, Katy. Say, I'm going to win.
Dad!
Say, I'm going to win the book reading contest.
I'm going to win the book reading contest.
Praise the Lord.
We've got all kinds of footage and clips of Katy as a child, and you can tell she's obviously not JonBenet Ramsey. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it with you guys. If you have more input on this theory or about this guy, Dave Johnson, please drop it in the comments below. I am going to ask that we all be nice, though. If you want to make a little snarky comment or here or there, why not? Hey, I did. I just can't believe that a guy is putting out videos like this and one has actually gained that much press attention and traction, and it's thrown this guy into YouTube fame instantly. You know, a year and a half after he posted his video. So weird to see how that happens. But like we were talking about earlier, maybe Team Wake 'em Up is onto something. Maybe this is meant to discredit other conspiracy theorists. It could very well be possible, especially with these profile pages we saw of Dave Johnson. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Johnny Vlogs. One more time, shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you, and thank each and every one of you that just watches. Especially if you give me that thumbs up. I really appreciate those of you that do that as well. But thank you just for being a part of it, and I will catch you on the next show on the Geek and Dorks channel. Take care.